Thank you for joining. This is a networking lab demonstration. In this video, I'll be using Netmiko, a Python library designed to make managing network devices easier and faster. Netmiko allows you to automate tasks like configuring routers, pulling data from switches, or even executing repetitive commands across multiple devices. This can be done with just a few lines of Python code. For this particular Netmiko demonstration, I will use automation to run a very common command on all of the routers from a single code file. That command is show IP interface brief. It will show the status of router interfaces along with any IP address assignment. Here's a look at my topology. I have a Linux machine from which I will run the Python Netmiko commands, 3 Cisco routers, and 2 switches from which 4 other Linux machines are connected. By the way, I'm running this lab from a GNS3 virtual machine. I'll open up the console of the machine that has the Netmiko Python library installed. I've navigated to the directory with the code file that I need. I'll nano into it. Like the code in my first Netmiko video, the program is very simple. There's less than 10 lines of code, yet this simple program can be very helpful to a network engineer. However, unlike the first Netmiko video, I chose an IP of a physical interface of each router instead of the loopback address. You will see that the command will still extract information from all of the interfaces of the router. The IP address is used to SSH into the router. Once the connection is made, data can be extracted from any interface of the router. The code contains a single loop with the SSH credentials and the show IP interface brief command. Note that the credentials do not need to include the secret password. That's because I'm not requesting changes to the configuration. I have no need to enter config mode. I only want to view data from privileged mode. All right, now I'll run the code. Okay, the program has finished running. Let's take a look at the output and compare the topology. Comparing the IP addresses of the routers. Remember, I only supplied the IP address of a single physical interface, yet the output should show all interfaces, including the loopback interface. Okay, yes. For router 1, I see all 3 physical interfaces with the appropriate IP addresses, as well as the loopback address. The interfaces have a status of up, which is perfect. The same is true for router 2. The IP addresses are showing and match the topology. The loopback is configured. These interfaces are up. Lastly, router 3. The IP addresses are matching the topology and the loopback is configured. I can see that the interfaces are up. That's awesome, and that's it. Using Netmiko is very beneficial, especially for large networks. By utilizing this Python library and incorporating iteration, within seconds, I was able to run a common command and obtain router interface information. Imagine if there were hundreds of routers for which interface information needed to be extracted. Learning and applying automation tools within a virtual lab environment has been exciting. I can certainly see how network automation will increasingly become a valuable skill. Well, that's it. I invite you to visit the channel and browse the playlist for similar video demonstrations. Goodbye for now.